y'all. Welcome to Aline and Jesse Blaze channel. What's up? So we are going to do a recap of Love After Lockup. And we're starting on this series because we are actually Love After Lockup. We've been together for going on 2 years now. I met him while he was incarcerated. He did a 13-year bid, and we've been together ever since. So,
living good. We're doing real good. So, our input is definitely gonna be some real shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about real shit versus bullshit. So let's get into it. So, we watched the latest show, Love After Lockup. What's it called? Ticking Time Bomb.
Yeah.
And first we're gonna talk about Justine and Michael.
Yeah. They got a lot going on. Just found out that Justine is pregnant. And she, of course, she's a nurse. He's dependent on his rap career and doing music. You know, at one time I would try to do it, but it's very hard to make it in the music industry from nothing. You know, and he done told her to quit her job, and she's pregnant now, and quit her job, and she needs to be a stay-at-home mother and all, and just depend, like, he's going to take care of everything, but, you know, we know how that works.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good decision to make. One, because I feel as though she should have allowed him, I feel like she should tell him that he needs to prove to her that he can support her and the family, the collective, as well as the new incoming baby that's coming in, based off of this income that he's, you know, trying to provide or whatever, before quitting her job. Because right now you got guaranteed income versus you don't know income, and that's not good, especially when you have kids and you also have you have another baby on the way. So I just don't think that was a good move, you know. And with him being locked up, you know, instead of just, okay, I'm gonna follow my husband, yeah, you want your husband to lead, but also you have to remember he's been locked up, so he's gonna need guidance in leading the family because you have other kids. What do you think?
Yeah, same thing.
Because, I mean, like, when you first got out, you thought that, boom, I'm going to take off into this music career, this, that, and the third. But then, once we got together and there was kids involved, then it was like, okay.
It's a whole nother story because you got to have money now. You got to pay bills now. You know, you got to live now. Music is it's a timely process. You got to work on that, and you got to build it up. And people got to like you and like your stuff. So, it's like a if. You know, we don't need ifs, we need for shows. For sure, I got a paycheck Friday. You know?
And it's like he can still pursue his dreams, but you still need guaranteed income to provide for now.
Yeah, of course. You know, still have a job right now, and still, you know, all of the above. But you just got and keep trying with the music, but it takes time. So you just gotta work, provide for the family, and do the music on the side. You know.
Right.
That's all they can do.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into Ashley and Travis.
That was that was a little weird but crazy. I mean,
so it's like, I mean, they're homeless. They don't got nowhere to go.
The girl on Ashley, she was making good money and she was doing good for herself, but supposedly, but she met Travis, and Travis came home, and she just quit what she was doing, and her family's against her, I believe, right? Her family.
Well, they have concerns, but my thing is, one, I feel as though this financial situation should have been communicated before he got out. So that way he could have made the certain arrangements that he needed to make. So that way he doesn't wind up in a situation going back to jail. You know what I mean? Like, I feel as though she would have communicated that. Hey, it's been hard. I don't have a place to stay right now, because both of y'all together with no place to stay, that's not going to be good. It's just going to bring tension on the relationship. So really it should have been, okay, well, I'm going to go parole or whatever to my mom's and get myself right while you're getting yourself right, and then we can reconvene and be our better selves for each other.
Yes. One thing I know for sure, you gotta have a plan, and you gotta work towards that plan. And if something comes up and you want to do this or do that, you gotta look at the factors. Will this coincide with what I really want to do and what I'm trying to do?
Right.
In order for it to work. I know from firsthand, you know. So,
all right, so we're gonna go into Monique and Derek.
Now this is a lot going on.
These two right here, they're a hot mess. I mean,
yeah.
First off, like, it's just so much going on with these two, because one, you got Monique, she is overbearing, she is doing too much. And I understand, like, if, you know, typically when you are a big girl, you're going to have your insecurities. And with those insecurities, you're going to be overbearing. And that's not going to be good for the relationship. I mean, in the beginning, he going to think, oh, it's cute, kiki, you know. But it ain't going to last long. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much you have a tracker, cameras, devices. If a man going to cheat, he going to cheat. He going to find a way.
And you always suspecting him cheating is going to push him to the point where he says, well, she think I'm doing this anyway. He going to go do it. And he going to be cheating on her, doing all types of stuff. I mean, he already has a CEO that he was talking to while he was incarcerated, chasing him. Then chase him and the girl in the car. And was doing all
That's too much going on.
Yeah, doing too much. It was already too crazy. And now Monique doesn't even know nothing about this. And he's keeping that from her. So, you know, that's already a toxic part of the relationship, because it's going to end up toxic because you already keeping stuff from the girl. So it's not going to end up too well with them.
I mean, he has a lot of secrets. I mean, he be messing with a lot of girls.
Yeah.
He got
Still messing with a lot of girls.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he says that he loves her, he want to be with her, he want to marry her, but obviously if you was all about her and into her, you wouldn't be entertaining other avenues. Like, why do you need to go meet up with the CEO to see how she feeling, this, that, and the third? Like, obviously you're not all for Monique.
Nope.
And the whole situation with the family and stuff, like, I feel like when it comes down to, especially these kind of relationships, the family, you gotta leave the family out of it, because they're gonna be over opinionated. They're gonna have so many things that they're gonna say, that they're gonna have all this input. So it's like, you gotta keep your relationship, you know, private and under wraps. Whereas, and like with Derek, his family, they 100% against her, and it's like, oh, like, she a big girl, she a big girl, she a big girl. Like, even the brother, oh, she a big girl, she a big girl. We don't do BBWs, okay? Just because you don't do BBWs don't mean that the next person ain't gonna do BBW.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's like the family isn't a good influence. They trying to get him around, whatever. You know, she's stuck in the room. You know, it's just there's. And I'm not saying, you know, all big girls are insecure, because there are some big girls that are secure about themselves. They're confident. They're very confident about themselves, and they ain't going to be all like how she's doing. So, I don't think they're going to last long. I feel like he's just around because he's able to manipulate her.
Yeah, I think so too. I think because he knows deep down that she's insecure like that, and he knows he can step all over her, and she's going, oh, okay, and she's gonna let it slide over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's gonna just run all over her. I mean, that's what I think.
And then it's just all these different things coming out, like the drugs that he used to do.
Yeah.
You know, he said it was, it got in his pores or whatever.
She never knew about that. I mean, that's true. You know, that just touching drugs, as you separating them and doing them, when they touch your skin, it's in your system. So if you took a drug test, you fell for that drug because
but I feel like.
So I mean, it could have, but me being an ex-addict too, also not on the stuff he was on, but I was an ex-addict at one point. He says it like that, but it was the other way, you know. I think he was using
because
and he was doing it just to do it.
Yeah, because like the person on the phone asked what drugs that he used to do.
Yeah.
You know, so if you didn't do it, you're not gonna say, "Oh, that's something that you used to do." If that was in your pores, you're saying that you were doing it. You know, so I think he just told her that just to ease her mind.
Yeah. Because you know she's going okay and just let it go. That's what I'm saying. That's a bad relationship. Right?
Always in relationships, you always want to be completely honest and open about what is going on.
Straight from the beginning. You know, put everything on the table. Look, this is what it is.
Because if the person like you for you, then they either going to rock with it or they're not. But
or you know, that's the truth. Let's see. But now we're gonna go to Aries and Cameron. They got a lot going on too, but there's a lot of, let's see,
I don't think they're gonna last long.
They just get married now. He just come home and they got married already. The family wanted to throw him a party, which they came up with after he got married. For the day after he got married, they wanted to have a family party to welcome him home, being home, you know. Of course, Aries said, "No, I'm not going." She just didn't want to go. I'm sick. I don't feel like it. She just didn't want to go, which is not too good because you know it's something that Cameron wanted. He wanted her to go and meet his family, and
it was something
all
important.
of his family, because she met some of them at the wedding, but he wanted her to meet the rest of the family she ain't meet yet. And her not showing, that doesn't look good. You his wife. You know, it's completely different.
And it was clearly something that was important to him as well.
Yeah. That
he wanted to do. But it's like, it's just so much going on in a relationship. First of all, like, he's just meeting the daughter right before y'all get married. Yeah. It like, just the way that they're doing things is not good. Like, he should have been, like, they should have waited on the marriage. First of all, because it don't matter how much you talk on the phone. In real life things are different. You know what I mean? And there's things when, you know, when the person that you're dealing with that's been incarcerated, there's things that you're going to have to deal with. Like when he came home, there was a lot, like he's come a long way from the person he was from when he came home. There's things that he still has to work on and that we're working through that he acknowledges and he knows, you know. But being locked up, especially being locked up for a long period of time, you're going to pick up traits and stuff that you don't realize that you have that can hinder your relationship, that, you know, you find out once you out, you know what I mean? And I just feel like they did that too fast. First of all, he should have met your daughter first. There should have been interaction, not just the one time before you get married.
Yeah, plus, you got to live with somebody first before you go and get married, because living with somebody and just being with somebody is completely different.
Yeah.
Because people have certain habits and certain things they do and that you might just not like. So y'all might not get along. You may not be able to live with that person. You don't know until you live with that person first and see how they live and see how they act and what they do.
And you have to see if this person is really who they say they are. You know, like when he came home, we were together, but he didn't move right in. Like we waited because we needed to see if we are actually compatible with each other outside in the real world. You know, then when he started coming around my kids, I had to see how his interaction was with them. I had to see how they liked him, how they felt. Did they feel comfortable? Did they feel okay with the situation? There's steps. There's things you have to do before just jumping into these situations, especially dealing with someone who has been locked up and is just getting out, because there's things that they have to work on adjusting back into real life, and that is a struggle, you know. So I just feel like they're not going to work, because they as soon as he got home, they get married. He just now meeting the daughter, and then on top of that, they arguing already like crazy on when it's supposed to be their honeymoon. They supposed to be floating on there. And I just feel like they both were in the wrong, because
the way he said to his family when he went to the party without her, they asked where she was, and he just straight bluntly said, what he say? She doesn't want to come.
She don't want to be here.
She don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, well, she's got to go take her kid to the airport and her kid is leaving, going back to Florida or whatever. But he just said, oh, she don't want to be here. So now the family going to be like, what? You know, they going to look at it like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean? That's your wife. She don't want to be with you here, meeting the family? No.
Yeah, so it's like, even though we feel as though she should have went, because yes, you are going back to Florida the next day. So this is your opportunity to meet the family, before you go back. But also, I feel like he was in the wrong as well, because he should not have portrayed her in that way. Because, of course, now you're the reason why the family don't like her now. Because if he would have been like, oh, well, she got her daughter, she got to get her situated, get her going back and stuff like that, and put it in, you know what I'm saying, in that kind of sense, instead of just like, oh, she don't want to be around y'all, she don't want to be her.
Yeah, so now it's ill feelings towards her now. Oh, she don't like us, she too good for us, there's all type of thoughts probably running through their head.
Right.
Which is not good, and he didn't portray her to be good. He could have made it a little bit lighter for her.
Right.
Because that's his wife. He's supposed to do that. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. Nathan and Skylar. Now these two. I don't know if does Nathan do drugs? Or is has he done drugs? Skylar, they were worried right from the beginning, or they were worried about Skylar relapsing. Mm-hmm. And of course, those two, because Skylar was missing for a little while, and they couldn't find her. I wasn't answering the phone, all types of stuff.
I'm trying to find out they were fighting.
Yeah, they were just fighting, and he broke her phone, so she broke his phone. So that's already very toxic relationship, because now y'all have been vindictive against each other. If he does something bad to you, you're gonna do something bad to him. So if he goes and uses drugs, if he does do drugs, I don't know about him, but I know Skylar does, but she'll go do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not good in a relationship being like that. Yeah,
it's a very toxic relationship, and then, it's not good, especially when you're on your healing journey and trying to recover, because once there's tension in your relationship, that's going to lead you to relapse, because you're stressed out. That's going to lead you to want to go do drugs and do other things. So it's good. I feel bad for the situation, because I feel like she's gonna eventually wind up relapsing, due to this dude.
Yep. So that's not good.
Mm-hmm. So I think we covered just about everything. We told our thoughts and how we feel and stuff. If y'all have any comments or any questions or anything about, our journey and him coming home and what we went through and the similarities between any of these couples, and then leave it in the comment section below.
Yep. Like and subscribe. If y'all like our stuff, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And we're gonna be posting more videos and doing updates as the show goes, and putting our input and how we feel and our opinions. Right, babe?
Yes, for sure. And so y'all definitely stay tuned in, and we're gonna keep doing this.
Well, thank you for coming to our show, and we'll be back with another episode of Aline and Jesse Blaze.